I've ever met 328. That's nothing. If you hear him talking, when we talk about his dinner and his special gel, eh, Bonnie? That's nothing, man. You should hear him talk. He literally will talk back to you. He actually walks with Bonnie in the forest with the dog. So not only does Bonnie walk with the forest with Rexy 500, but Pookie goes too. Hey, Pookie? And then the ritual of Rexy 500 and Pookie plate will now ensue for the next 20 minutes. Once Pookie finishes his dinner, Rexy has to make sure his plate's empty. But anyway, let me just have a nature break first, guys, and get myself sorted. And I'll play a couple of tunes. I'll be back in wonderfully adapted and really thriving in the environment they're in. Have you been getting those sort of reports also? This is not another reason why I really don't think he deserves it back. So listen, guys, the judge is just about to bang the hammer. Enter Mr. Helton, court left. It is. Good morning, Judge. I'm back again, Tiny. Especially for you, G. You didn't do it. You wasn't there. That's no warden. Can you hit me? You didn't do it. It wasn't there. Yep. Bailiff, take him down. Right into Ma's gatepost. Down, down, down. You didn't do it. It wasn't there. It's black eyes. It's all about his EBT. He doesn't want him. Down, 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 down. Oh boy, the glue's all fired up. Somebody's triggered 9:59. Paulie's in the mix. Oh boy, that one's for Trevor too. Lift and Duncan and Dirty Newbeck, yeah? Welcome, Paulie's Customs. Paulie, he didn't do it, man. He wasn't there. This is Andrea Bunny. Yep, good morning, Judge. Alright, let's have a vote. Let's do it. Our first vote of the day. If you think it's going to be hashtag Jerry's freedom and the little girls are going to get a real chance in life, and you think he's not going to get his kids back, give us a green thumbs up. If you think he's going to get his kids back for the 7th time, I think, give me a red thumbs down. So what do you guys in the room think about it? So somebody, you think he's going to get them back, really? I don't think he's going to get them back. 46 things away. I'm on this side, guys. Definitely. 37. 9:59, why do you think he's going to get them back? I mean, he's obviously said, you know, you think he's going to get them back, Mick? Really? I don't think, Mick, the stuff I've been reading, nah, I don't think so. Stuff I've been reading, Mick, he actually is not expecting them back, man. Yeah, true words are not said, honey. You know, I think he's actually not expecting them back either, Mick, because he's, you know, for a start, he's errant on two of the regulations, two of the hoops. Well, listen, guys, all the people who know him for them as long as we do. Every time the judge gave him hoops to jump through, they would sign it. Ma would back him up. Ma would, say, if I can't do it, I'll get a babysitter. I'll pay for it. Just like she pays his child support for his clone in Dakota. Seriously, guys, every time they got these, they jumped through these hoops. But the moment they got them back, the hoops just got put away again, man, and the shite and the clutter and the garbage and the filth and the detritus just started collecting again. And it was just a time from how long from the last time it cleaned up and the kids got rescued till it's back to that state. And this time it was so bad, he was locking them up in his mum's place. That's the only reason he did not go to jail this time. They actually weren't. If they had been in his house, he would have went to jail.
Really? I mean about it?
They aren't worth a shit, 046. They aren't capable of coping at the moment. I mean, they've even said that. Here, do you want to hear our cat talking? Boogie. Boogie, want to go for a walk with Mommy? Hey, Boogie.
Yeah.
Do you want some gel, Boogie? Gel? Oh, chicken. Oh, you hear chicken? Oh, Boogie's favourite. Chicken. Boogie goes completely crazy. We have chicken in the house. He's like he's on LSD all week. Hey, Boogie. Chicky, chick, chick. Oh, Boogie gel. Boogie. Yeah, very quiet about it.
I'm going to chill out like that.
He's going to go outside with Mum. He's going up to the forest. Up to the forest with Mommy. So listen, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get a Skype call going on with whoever would like to join me. Paulie would be nice. Trevor wants to get in on it. I'm not sure if Charlie's able to get on and jump on this. Doc, it would be brilliant if we could get you in, James. I know you don't have Skype, but if we could get you in on, I'm not sure if I can actually do co-host. Maybe let me look and see if I can do co-host on, I can. So let me see. I can get Trevor on co-host for half an hour. Yes, we are blasting 328. Yes, we are. And just about now, the court is in session. I have a funny feeling it's not going to take long. We do have someone in the room who's in, on real-time contact with Andrea. And the chances of us probably finding out sooner than later in here today of what the story is going to be pretty good. We're going to find out today within, a short space of time. Trevor's got that end sorted. Fair play to Trevor. He might not be the brightest spark in the box, but he's a heart of gold. And kudos to you, Trevor, for fucking sticking with her, man. I never knew you were at her for months, talking to her for months. So, nothing but kudos to you for that, mate. Seriously. But Trevor's not the type of man that walks around and say, age is just a number and jail is just a cell, actually. Paulie, have you heard the new one? Have you heard the latest? Our man of actually contracted fucking Asperger's, serving in a combat regiment. That's the latest on the man of actually front. Apart from him being a baptized Mormon now, he's actually contracted Asperger's by combat. Yeah, bang, get the fuck out of here and never show me again. Yeah, actually, I'm serious, Charlie. And apparently making up really juicy stories about me asking one of his fictional fiancés for nude pics. Boy, that was fucking original. I wonder how long it took him to think that one up, actually. I can't wait till he ends up bumping into me. I want to, whether it's sooner or later, man, you're going to see some fucking classic image of the baptized Mormon who went to war. Don't forget warfaring Mormons. Yep. It's everything can happen in a country. Apparently he's now thinking of rewriting the American Constitution with you can almost say a 3-syllable word in one. Yeah. As a parent, any man who keeps telling himself that age is just a number and jail is just a cell doesn't get fucking anywhere near my children. Get the fuck far away as possible from my kids. Talk to yourself all day about age is just a number and jail is just a cell. And I don't know what the fuck the association of age and jail creeps the fuck out of me.
Okay, you've got
all right, honey bunny. Oh, ours, Bonnie hitting the woods with Rexy 500 and the pussy.
Yes.
Bonnie the pussycat and Rexy, there they go. Bye, Boogie. Yeah, Trevor, let me try and see if I can get you on co-host here, mate. Let me get my own ass on co-host first. Let's see if we can get Trevor. I've never really done this. If it's possible, co-host here. Okay, we're back. There we are. Anything for attention, 46. Literally anything. He will say anything to anyone for attention. Charlie, would you like to confirm, and Paulie, if it would be possible, Paulie, weren't you in the very first weekend we spoke to that person? Do you remember Charlie? And I wonder if Paulie remembers him winning the Awkward Silence of the Century Award when he told us that he was a god and we should worship him, actually. Do you remember that, Charlie? I'm actually saying that. I mean, it was fucking staggering silence after that one. That was that first weekend that he then tried to pull the suicide stunt with Paulie. You have that hangout in hard drive? That's nice. Yeah, let me try again, Trevor. Nice one, Doc. You never fail, buddy. There you go. Trevor, get your camera on there, mate. You are officially co-hosting. Get my own face on camera here first. There we are. Let me try it here. It says loading mine anyway. Yeah, you never fail, Doc. Thank you very much. No, but seriously, he's denying he says that now. Dolly's in the mix again. Dolly the Perro. Let's delete the Dolly. The Dolly is... Oh, it's not going to work. I know why it's not going to work. Dolly is subscribing multiply. Trevor, let me try again, mate. Dolly the Perro. Oh boy. See, look at it. Check it out. What some people do for attention, man. Just kidding. Did you? Let me try it again. Let me try it again, man. I know, let me try it again. I wasn't getting anything. Let me try it. Here we go. No. Loading co-host video. There you are, Trevor.
There we have it.
Let me turn the volume up. Let me see. Okay, guys, you can, if you hit the volume, the screen, you'll get the volume. You can hear me okay, Trevor?
I can hear you okay. Can you hear me?
Very faintly. Very faintly. See if you can put your mic up a wee bit, Trevor.
Is that better?
I can hear you fine. I mean, I'll be able to hear you fine, but let's see if... Can you hear Trevor and Mick? Master Meatball? I've turned your volume up full on my screen. How's you guys? Can you guys hear it? Not very well, huh?
Not very well.
Very faint. Okay. Trevor, can you? Let me see if I. Trevor, let me try it again. Let me just adjust my volume and see if I can try it again. I'll get you right back. Okay, let me see if I can turn up my volume for him. It is very low. It'd be cool if people can hear him. Willie Van's back. Let me try Trevor again. Trevor. So if I click on my screen, guys, with Trevor, you guys will get a volume circle. And if you turn the volume all the way up to the max, of course. Let me just add Trevor's volume. I can hear you okay, Trevor. You're just very faint, to be honest with you.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, but I think most people can hear you. You're just very soft, but...
Maybe you want to put headphones in. Turn it up a touch, people.
Yeah, it's a little better. Big Bad Victor's back. So what's your take on this, Trevor?
Well, the whole Von thing. The whole Von.
Sure, why not? Start with that, mate.
Well, if he hasn't done the classes, he didn't do the parent classes, then instantly that should be a no anyway. Right? You haven't done them. You're not being compliant. You're not getting the kids back. if he has, say if he has done all them, kept the house clean, they've done random spots and stuff, then obviously there's some kind of chance he could get them back. Will he? Does he want to? Part of me thinks he doesn't now. He knows that he can still get donations and not have the kids there and do whatever the fuck he likes, like a big kid in a big trailer. You know, mummy's still paying the bills, mummy keeps the lights on, so when he does pledge week and he says, you know, to keep the lights on the house and all that, well, that's bollocks for a start, because Ma does that. Ma pays for that.
Exactly. She's always done that, Trevor.
Yeah, so so that whole pledge thing, but yeah, he knows that he can still get the donations and enjoy life without the kids, and he can sit there playing
and continue undisturbed playing his games, you know, 24/7 now.
Indeed. He can play Skyrim, all these other games. He can basically stream whenever he likes. Well, he was doing this anyway, but it's without the hassle of the kids are suddenly going to cry, or, you know, are the viewers hearing that? Because if they're hearing that, you know, it's just. So ideally, I'm hoping that it's a no and you don't get the kids back, and then the kids can thrive, enjoy life, get proper schooling, you know, and the love and attention that they've always craved. Trevor,
that's what it's always been about for the majority. Do you see Mr. Unite for the Children, Night Sparrow, Charlie in here, even Paulie, of course, without a doubt. Paulie didn't offer fosterhood because Paulie fosters kids, but this is the day we have all waited for, man. The abuse and neglect, what he calls a Guinness Book of Record, is a liturgy and a litany of shame, mate. It's a shame, and any other father would be ashamed to even mention it. I swear that you get your kids taken off you 5-6 times, and every single time they were so filthy, man. And I agree with you, Trevor. He doesn't love those children. He's never loved them. All they are to him is EBT credits. That's just food stamp credits, and he called them an encumbrance himself. And I mean, whoever calls your children an encumbrance, that says so fucking much. But no one wants to see anyone's kids take them off from Trevor, but he doesn't deserve. He can't keep, even if he wanted to, physically, he can't cope with those kids. And mentally, completely.
This is another thing. People all go on about us, like sort of stalkers or obsessed with him and stuff. The main objective has been to get them kids taken away, because we've seen firsthand from his videos himself what he's done. Now, if I was doing something, you know, if you see anything else like that online, of course you act exactly as you would if you saw someone preying on younger children or something like that. You act on it, and the kids were literally, you know, we've seen it all. So there's a difference. Obviously, he's funny. You know, he's not funny. He's funny to laugh at. You know, you can go there and definitely get a laugh from him, from all the crap that he says, etc., etc. But get the kids taken away, and then if you want to go along and make fun of him and, you know, check him in, then it's going to be a different story compared to what it has been since he ever had kids. Because then it will be just for shits.
You should never had them.
Go along viewing.
Trevor, can you imagine he still wants another 3? He's crazy enough to even say shit like that.
And like someone said in the chat earlier on, to brag about getting them back 6 or 7 times. There's nothing to brag about.
It's not an embarrassment.
Even if I had mine taken away just at once, on a minor small thing, you wouldn't even hear me even mention that, especially not online. You know, you're giving people.
No one would in their right mind, Trevor.
What are you laughing at?
Trevor, no one would in their right mind. The very fact that he got them took off, that they actually gave him that many chances. But every time they gave him a chance, Trevor, his mum was involved, Mousy was involved, and as soon as they got those kids back home, man, it just fell back into the same old routine. Him going to bed in the daytime and getting up in the middle of the night and playing fucking games till everyone else woke up, and then go back to bed again. And he'd be begging non-stop now. You mark my words, he will be begging non-stop. And the stupid thing about it is, although apparently that reverend guy has now, you know, woke up and smelled the coffee, and Dan says he's not going to give him any more money, but he was crazy enough to give him hundreds of dollars the last time.
Did you say Rev?
I think
Rev
it, yeah.
News. Yeah, it was Rev News gave him $600, and then Von said, "Oh, I did a Christmas Day video, but I'm not showing it because the trolls will say the house is a mess." Well, wrapping paper and all that. Obviously, the house is going to be a mess. he never had no video because they got little dollar store toys and a few bits and bobs. When they walked through at Christmas, I think Candy was in there, and that other chick, the Kitty chick, that Kitty.
Crystal Kitty, the one that our man of action admitted to being bisexual to. Yeah.
In there, Everly, darling, don't press the button while you're holding that neither.
Learn to fucking spell before you start criticising people, idiot.
What was I going to say? I've lost the trail of thought. Yeah, the Christmas Day video, one of the kids came through and had just a little toy like this. Now, if he did spend that 600 on them and got them trikes and all sorts, he would be the first to be uploading videos of it. He didn't, because he didn't get them. He spent all that on himself. He probably brought them. He probably spent about 50 bucks on them, like he did with the other 600 he got. He got 500 from someone in one hangout, and he got £100 off of Dawn Keane, funnily enough. And then he was doing that. He was doing a hangout and bragging about sharing his screen shopping on eBay. Remember that? And
yeah. $60 on second-hand fucking clothes.
Yeah, not even fit him, and the rest went on him. I can't believe
exactly. Oma, you need to turn my volume down, and then you can turn Trevor's up. You can hear him. He spent. I mean, that gun, Trevor. He tried to lie about that gun, and then. I mean, listen. Oma's a rootin' tootin' cowboy girl. Listen, I've never heard of an 80-year-old woman owning a fucking cannon, a 50 caliber Smith & Wesson. Those guns weren't even made when his dad died. He then tried to lie about it was in his dad's inheritance. Those guns weren't even made back then. So he spent at least $1,100 on that gun, Trevor. And Quasi Monkey looked up. The bullets of that gun go for about $1.40 a shot, mate. I swear. And he then tried to lie, but he bought that gun on donations and contributions. So I hope those people are happy when they find that out, that their hard-earned fucking tax dollars went to buy that idiot a gun the size of fucking that you need to kill an elephant, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And he don't... It's not even like he goes out shooting or goes to a range or anything like that. He just wants them to look big and bad and hard. Can
you imagine how afraid and how small his cock must be, Trevor? This gun's like about this size, man. I swear it's huge. It's fucking huge. It's the biggest pistol that exists. It makes Dirty Harry's 44 Magnum look like a little Derringer, mate. I swear it's absolutely huge. And he actually explained to us how he had bought this wrist strap. He was afraid of the kickback being so heavy with it. And then he sort of tried to lie his way out when people called him on. Hang on. You're begging for money for your beds for your children? You're begging for money for beds, and you've just bought a fucking gun at over $1,000? And you told people about Mousy not having their priorities right?
It's like, go sell the gun. If you need beds and that for the kids, go sell the gun. It's simple. You know? Oh, it's just... And like I said, that gun's just for all show, on big, on bad.
Sure, it's a coffee table piece.
He also screwed up when he was in that live hangout. I don't know whether it was his or it was in someone's, and someone pulled a gun and said, "Oh, I brought a new gun today, you know, a first-time gun."
Yeah.
And he went into his drawer, opened it straight away, in a plastic bag, pulls out that massive gun, and goes, "Now this is a gun," and then says, "Before I show it off to you, I've got to unload it." So he had a loaded gun in a plastic bag.
Yeah,
it's just mental.
And don't forget, Trevor, that's in the locked up cabinet that he claims has a lock in it. Those guns are waiting just on. But I mean, the good thing about that big gun is a child couldn't even lift that gun up. But exactly what you're saying, it was in a plastic bag, in a cupboard where the children could get to. If you look up every year, there are more people shot and killed by toddlers every year in America than are by Muslim terrorists. That's the truth. There's like 50 people get shot a year by toddlers who just find their mum and dad's guns and stuff and kill their brothers and sisters or their parents. But that gun, when he got caught, this is typical Vaughn, when he got caught and he was begging for beds, his mum that was the time his house got infested, or not got infested, got de-infested. But there you go, there it is, a man who buys a gun that's the biggest handgun on the planet, and at the same time then turns around in the same breath and he has his fans in the room and he starts begging for money for beds. And that just said, that to me was the epitome of where your priorities are, mate.
I was just reading someone's comment. Someone said,
Yeah, go on. Trevor, I'm putting on the rice here, Trevor. Just, you handle the chat. I'll be right back, mate. Putting the rice on.
yeah, no, I'm definitely I don't smoke. I do every now and then, but
By the way, folks, Paulie is in work and Paulie's listening to us. So he sent his regards, and unfortunately he can't join us live, but he is listening to us.
yeah, a hell of a day. I hardly ever smoke, man. Honestly. The vape, it's the RX 200S. Oh, the RX 200S with the Limitless by iJoy, the Limitless XL on top. And as the coils actually have a light on them, I don't really know why, but it's supposed to be a little cool little feature, but it's nothing special. This holds 3 batteries, so it lasts quite a while. 3 batteries in there.
No, should we do? Trevor's managing the room, just when I'm cooking this rice. Trevor's co-hosting with me.
Battery life depends how much you vape. Some people get a couple of days off of this, the battery. I get most of the day with it, but then I switch to my
That's ain't from your normal bowl after
Skelly Foodshine
stuff, Bonnie.
200,
Bowl after people stuff.
which I have at the ready with 2 batteries in there, ready to go. Always geared up.
Is it ain't? The frog, yeah? Zijn op van die slappies of zo, Bonnie, toch?
Ja, iets groot, een beetje boxerkop achter.
Ja, maar stiefachtig.
Ja, beetje,
Ja.
niet echt steffeltje, maar iets te groot voor.
Ja, ik weet wat je bedoelt.
Maar wel in die verteken.
Liever, ja. Correct.
Ja, dan wacht ik gewoon op zijn actie aan het rijden.
Ja, dat vind ik ook wel.
Zoals men in het boek gaat hartstikke leuk.
Lieve, kun jij dit even nou niet aan?
Nee, ik kan niet aankomen.
Ja, echt? Lukt je dat wel?
Ik let op.
Alright. Ja, nee, maar niet dat je vergeet gewoon, bedoel ik. Oké. Zeg maar tegen iedereen hallo, Bonnie. Want Bonnie says, hi everyone. Oma also.
Hello. Yeah, when you said like Yvonne must have a small dick, oh my gosh, I got sent a picture that he was sending someone of it. Never again.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing, that dick of his, man. It's one of the few things he's actually denied.
He actually, well, the way someone did it, weren't they? They had a picture and it was the background and everything. Because at one point he was trying to deny it, but someone's got the chair and something else in the background there, so it, you know, you can tell. And the type of trousers and it's something that's given me nightmares for many days. Oh yeah, no funks given. Yeah, I did enjoy my nap. And I got sleep apnea as well, so that's why I snore so loudly.
Oh man, I laughed so much at you last night, man. I was Trevor, I was calling you on Skype, man. I laughed so much. You were cutting fucking trees, man. You were gone. And the game kept saying, hey, we're going to get this operation going, you know. Hey, where are you? You know. It's fucking hilarious, man. You were talking 1 minute, the next minute was like full scale fucking like Rexy 500 snore effect, man. It was hilarious, Trevor, man. That was Trevor waking up on Skype, and it was fucking funny, Trevor, man. More of that, man. Gets a thumbs up from everyone, I reckon. Yeah, it kept starting over, and it was so funny, Charlie, when the game started talking back to him. Are we going to do this or not? Hey, are we going to do this or not? This is shit. And Trevor's snoring.
I was on my recliner. All set up and all, so it just suddenly just went off.
Listen.
I have to go back to it if the computer is actually telling me you were with us. Where are you? You're doing this mission.
Yeah.
I'm not taking it down. I was gonna because I thought, oh shit, you know.
Nah, man, leave it. It's fucking hilarious.
That's staying.
It's fun, Trevor, man. Listen, being able to laugh at yourself takes these assholes being able to laugh at you away from them. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the greatest gifts in life, man. Being able to laugh at yourself. Seriously.
No funks given. What's your name on YouTube?
That's Charlie. That's Father Judgment, man. Trevor.
Oh, all right, got ya.
That's Charlie, as in our local KKK chairman, Charlie Miller, the infamous Father Judgment KKK DB Cooper mouse assassin. Do you never hear about Charlie actually the assassination attempt on Mouse in a hospital in Kentucky?
Mhm.
Yep, that's all Charlie's fault, man. He did it. DB Cooper.
Oh, Charlie, you naughty boy. Jesus Christ, turning our oxygen off like that.
Turn our oxygen off like that, eh? Yeah, man.
I reckon there's more chance of a nurse tripping over it or the thing and unplugging it or something than there is someone. I mean, he thinks he's so special that people will go out their way to try and kill his family members, kill him, and snipers in the...
Trevor, he fell out with the nurses, mate. What I told you the day, he fell out with the nurses in the first week when they were in the hospital. He refused to clean his own children in the hospital. That was their job, mate. He refused to do it. He then, literally, you go back, I'm telling you, Nuts in the Pizza has tapes of him talking about the nurses, talking about him neglecting his kids when they were in their first week of life, man. He refused to clean them. They fell out with the nurses, Trevor, and then they fucked off for 6 weeks and left the kids. You know what they did? Oh, if you're going to fall out with us, they abandoned their kids for 6 weeks, Trevor. I swear on my life. And the nurses called the CPS, mate. His excuse, as always, was, I didn't know, the bus would have took him there for free, Trevor, mate. I swear. Bus would have took him for free. And if it had been you or me or anybody else, man, you'd have fucking crawled there to the hospital if need be. They did not go for 6 weeks, and the nurses called the CPS on them, Trevor. And in the beginning, he used to blame the nurses and the CPS, not the trolls. In the very beginning, he used to blame the Kentucky CPS, the nurses, and Dr. Del Mundo, and they had a child sex trafficking line to Saudi Arabia via submarine to Aruba. I swear, man.
Everly, darling. Thank you.
And Hella Days Oma, Trevor. That's Oma from back in Phone Live days.
Oma.
Show him your legs, Oma.
Oma. I don't think because obviously a lot of you go way further back than I do. The stuff that I've seen is stuff when I wasn't around. A lot of it, like when
it was Trevor. It was from the get-go, mate. They hadn't even got the kids home, and they'd already fallen out with the welfare care. They had formula that was really expensive that he had to go and pick up, a special formula. Once again, just like Jerry's diagnosis, I was just about to get it tomorrow. They ended up...
Yeah.
Do you see this story of his about these 5 witnesses at Walmart and what else does he say? I think he calls it Burger or Wendy's or something. He took his kids to that Dr. Trevor, I swear, and they were covered in their own shit and piss. She took samples of those children at that time. When the nurse went to the house, they refused to send her out there because he was going to shoot her. He said he was going to shoot anybody who came from CPS at the door. I'm going to kill them. The nurse said that every time she went out there, Trevor, the kids were filthy, or they were locked up in their high chairs for hours and hours and hours. So it started off like this, Trevor, and it's only got worse, mate. That's why I hope you get it. You know, SMS Mousy there, send her a wee blast, Trevor, and see what the story is, mate.
Yeah, I know she doesn't have 3G on her phone. I don't think she does anyway. Like I said, it's a new one she just brought with the money she got off everyone.
Do you normally Skype with her?
I'm on her Facebook.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I hope we get to hear it. Trevor, they're not going to give him back, man.
I've got her on Skype too. But that's where she.
They actually were feeding their children for months. Yeah, they were, Trevor, for months. They were.
See, I
They,
remember.
what Charlie sounds right. They were feeding their kids with bottles the bottles were, contaminated with bacteria. So whatever they put in the bottles of the kids went sour, and his children got a disease the first year before they were a year old. His twins were diagnosed with, and this is what it's called, esophageal reflux disorder, and it's basically because you're feeding your children sour milk all the time. So his children ended up getting a fucking disease from his neglect the very first year. They weren't even a year old. That's Bible. That's gospel, Trevor, mate. They were diagnosed with, it's called esophageal reflux disorder. Shocking, mate. They would gain an ounce a day in the hospital, the kids. An ounce a day. And when they got back to his house, they only gained an ounce every month. Do you know what he said? He said that they were overfeeding these premature kids. And he had actually the Kentucky State guidelines about, literally, Trevor, it was like a fucking retard's guide to how to bring up a baby. If baby cries, screams, makes a lot of fuss, starts crying and screaming again, the chances are, A, you might have to feed him. B, you might have to, I swear, Trevor, he was getting books like that, mate, and he was feeding his kids such fucking rubbish that they ended up getting a disease of their stomach. And later then, he actually first in the beginning, this is how vonhelton goes, he actually said that the foster carers had abused them, but they'd abused them in a good way. They had cuddled them too much, they'd loved on them too much, and they'd fed them too much. And his literal words were, but it will only take me a few weeks to get them back to my regime. Because they didn't pick those children up, Trevor. I mean, the way you go get along with your little girl, you see you give your little girl more attention in a day than those kids got in a week with him, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm always from playing hide and seek or whatever, whether it's something else. It's normally singing and dancing. She just loves to sing and loves dancing.
Yeah, but Trevor, you know what? It's like, Trevor, it's like us watching you, mate, and your wife saying to you, Trevor, she wants me to pick her up, and you turn around saying, Sarah, pick her up, but just for a wee bit, not very long, because he literally did not believe in picking. That was spoiling his children. So his children have never, can you imagine how scarred those kids are going to be, Trevor? They're never going to be able to make relationships, mate. Yeah, that's what he said. Oh yeah. He caught her sucking on a toilet bowl. You know what they put in urine? You know what they put in a urinal in a pub? You know the blue tablets? Yeah. That wee girl was sucking on that all day long, man. As a sweet. She'd been covered. Those children were literally feral. They were almost feral. I mean, the word wild. They were literally domesticated feral kids. I mean it, Trevor. I swear, mate. If he would let them loose, they would be they would be locked up in their high chairs and stuff. And I'm not saying that because I'm thinking, the nurse said that. They would be locked in their high chairs for hours. But if they escaped, they would get into the food. That's why he hides his food in his bedroom. That's why he hides all his little treats and his little ice sundaes and hot fudge sundaes and his little strawberry shortcakes and his schwans, this, that, and the other. The most expensive food you can buy on EBT, on food stamps. Hiding them from his own children. Why? The wee girl got into a bottle of fucking, milkshake, concentrate. She drank almost the whole bottle. Yeah. She puked over herself, thankfully, because it was red. It was red, or blue. I think it was red, actually. And red colouring from red is notorious for being unhealthy for children, red colour stuffs. But they laughed about their kids looking like Smurfs for almost a day long, mate. And this is what the nurse said. His excuse was, that fucking nurse, she's, like a Smurf.
Their kids look
Charlie,
like Smurfs because they've been chewing on one of them toilet things.
Can you imagine how poisonous that shit is?
Disgusting. Yeah, of course.
I know, man. That's how bad it was. And Mousy would get frustrated, and she would then abuse the wee fella. And I swear, it all came out, the moment he divorced her, all the dirt came out on Mousy. She'd beaten him with a black eye. She'd almost broke her wrist once trying to hit him, and he had dodged her, and she almost broke her wrist because of it. She burned him. She scalded him with third-degree burns that the mother told him he'd give the children burnt to his mum. When the mum changed them, as she would always have to do because it would be shite-filled diapers, she noticed the blisters on the children's ass and thighs. That's how bad it was. Yeah. The mother made him aware of the child being so badly burnt that they were blistered, Trevor. What did he do? Go and get a fucking potato and put a potato on it. That's one-on-one Punisher healthcare.
Yeah, potato peel, wasn't it? Does that appeal?
Yeah, but I mean, don't you think, Victor?
I was going to say,
Sorry, Trevor, you first, mate.
See, with the kids being locked in the chairs, I watched a video, and it's a hangout he went into, and it weren't long after Mouse had been scooted or left him or something. Can't remember whether it was just scooted away, or whether. Yes, darling. Me do it. I'll catch them all afterwards. All right. I'll do a super catcher. Okay. I'll get them afterwards though. All right, darling. Thank you. Yeah, so he popped in this hangout and he was raging because that was it. He'd found out about all the sexing and all that. And these two were actually
okay,
wrestling or something. Now as he's chatting, chatting, in the background on the door you can see the shadow, and you could see Jerry locked. He's basically rocking back and forth towards Von's room.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, it was just like, oh my gosh, you can see the perfect shadow.
Oh yeah.
With his arm strapped to the chair, and he's just banging his way over. You could hear knock
over the floor. Yep, he knew how to get along. He could shuffle along the floor in a high chair. But Trevor, listen, when your kids, you toilet train your kids and stuff. His child was never really toilet trained, and now Jerry. If you look at the video he made of Mouse when she came back, what husband videotapes your mentally fucking unstable wife coming back home? The children ran away from her in tears, mate. That's how stressed out that. I mean, Jerry has gone back now. Jerry's got the mental age of a child less than a year old. He told me a few years ago, because exactly at that phase, Trevor, he used to call me on a daily basis. And he told me himself that Jerry lives in a world of his own, and that Jerry does best when he locks him up in a room on his own. And we were like, what the fuck, man? You can't do that to an autistic child. You can't do that. But he's been doing that for years, Trevor. Seriously, for years.
I can't even pronounce that person's name.
And getting away with it. That's the fucking worst of it. It's only people like Tiffany and stuff who have the gumption. I mean, give her, Candy Rain too. He's this stuff about, my children hate evil. My children will destroy evil. Who the fuck makes your children are so innocent that they shouldn't even be made aware of what evil is. I mean, he's not fit for kids, man. He's really not fit. But like people like Tiffany he wouldn't have me in a hangout because he knows that fucking term so many new assholes. He would just be a black hole. But listen, man, Tiffany was one of the first who ended up starting to actually say, where are your kids? He would actually let his kids in and say, look how great a father I am. Just let my children in. But like I said, the only reason he's not in jail today is because he was locking him up in his mom's place when his house was a health risk. Let me let him. Do you want out or in? Seriously, mate, when his house was a health risk.
I'm just bringing this around because my daughter's... She loves to be naked or whatever and take her trousers off, so I've turned it round just in case she runs past.
No, make sure she doesn't do it in here, man, Trevor. Make sure she doesn't do that, man.
That's why I've moved my webcam round.
Oh, there's sickos, man, that will do shit with that, Trevor. Make sure don't let that happen, man.
Oh no, look, I've done my webcam so it can't happen.
Yeah, good.
That's all. I just spotted it, so that's all good. But I'm
good man. No, people will do. There's sick people here, man. There's sick people. Good man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Keep them as far away from these people as possible, mate. Is my advice to you. Don't let them know stuff about your kids. And
I went through my YouTube and put all my ones with my daughter, all my daughters, all on private, because I thought, sod it, it's not worth it. They're only there as it's like a free memory card as such to put them on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ideally, I should get them all put on disc, but they're always there for me to watch or show family and stuff and whatnot. So they're all set in what's it called? They're all set in private now. There might be a couple on there or something, I'm not too sure. But I've got like 280 videos or something stupid to go through.
Yeah, but Trevor, you have loads of videos from vaping from back in the day, mate. You were one of the first hardcore vapors that was, your Google Plus vaping channel, you've been in there from the get-go, eh?
Yeah. Obviously I've changed that over now, the name, to trevorvision Gaming Channel.
I would do that, Trevor, mate.
I've changed it over to trevorvision Gaming Channel because, one, obviously, the name of the channel when it was Planet E-Cigs, that was a guy who owned a business, and I used to be an admin on his vape group, and he'd send me like free juice, and he'd put the odd tenner and that in my account as a thank you for, you know, modding the group and whatnot. But he actually got he must have got grassed up to someone. He got sued by Chewits because he used the exact same picture for Strawberry Chewits.
Oh right, he used their label, their trademark.
Yeah, and he went to court on that, and they were wanting X amount, but he managed to walk away. I've given him, I think, 1,500 quid.
Wow, he got away lightly, man.
Yeah, and that knocked his business quite a bit because he was selling it as cheap as possible, so he wasn't making like shitloads on everything he sold online because you can't sell it to what you can in the shops. Something you can get online, you can get for 40 and 80 quid, double that amount.
Yeah, I know. I've seen your prices, Trevor. It's like a fraction of what they buy, 10, 15 milliliter bottle price.
I don't sell the juice as a business as such. I sell it it pays for my vaping. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I'm able to.
I got you. Just so it pays for your own vaping. Yeah, I got you, man. I know.
I mean, this is what I'm vaping from right now with the Lidton 5. That's 500.
100 mil for a tenner. Well, that's like here. I mean, what's in our bottles? 10 mil wine. Here we pay about $7 for 10 milliliters in the shop. Exactly what you're saying. Bonnie vape still, Trevor. Yeah, that size of bottle that costs us. That's going to cost you hundreds of euros.
That's 500 mil. But this is sort of that's how I roll when I keep put up.
Yeah.
On the top and all that.
Yeah, but those things that you smoke, Trevor, they burn up a lot of juice, I would imagine, huh?
Not too bad, but then I don't vape loads. I mean, I tend to vape more when I've had a drink, just like you would when you smoked fags. But
Trevor, I seen you guys. You had that New Year's party down in the Isle of Wight Vapors party. Man, it was like I swear, man, you guys were like disco mist machines, man. I never seen crowds like it in my life, man.
Good vape mates. It's a shame.
Unbelievable. I've never seen vape machine, but you guys had competitions of making your own machines and stuff, eh?
I like my regulated mods that I can just buy, stick batteries in, stick a tank in and vape it. I've got a tank here that's rebuildable, which is pretty cool. And I buy the pre-made coils because you can get 48 online for under a tenner, and they're really nice coils as well that you wire in, screw them on, coil it, cotton, put the cotton in, and you're laughing. But I mean, this sort of tanks, my XL, kind of does drink a lot, but when you mix your own juice and stuff like that, then you've got crap loads anyway, so it really doesn't matter how much it drinks. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah. There's a magazine over here in Holland called Mainline. It's a junkie magazine. It's a user's magazine, for health and information and stuff about using, and because we have a decriminalized mentality in Holland. But I've written a few pieces for it, and we won a competition. When was it last year? We won the year before. And I got sent this Snoop Doggy Dogg vape pen for smoking weed in it.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it, Trevor?
Yeah, the dry herb.
Grossly overpriced. Unbelievable, because I never got the idea I was vaping the weed in it, man. I always thought I was just burning it. I'm seriously.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Take care of Doc. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Doc, take care, mate, and thanks for that info about that other stuff. It's cool that we've got you to depend on, mate, for record of stuff. Thank you, and have a good one. Trevor, check your PM.
PM where? On Skype.
No. Oh yeah, I can do it in Skype too. No, on ivlog, but I'll do it on Skype. Now you know, mate. Now you know. I'll blast to you on Skype either. Where are you? Yeah, there's Skype. very quiet in here. 23 people, and you're all being so well behaved. Hey, Bonnie. Yeah, they're being so extremely well behaved. I think it's because they know Trevor's in the house. He's not going to take any nonsense. Even big, bad Victor's behaving. That's saying something.
Good vibes.
Good vibes all around. Even Splurticus is in. So we have a man of a intellectual wealth and all the rest. Bonnie's over here just reading the paper. Good vibes all around. Bonnie's doing her usual afternoon paper read. So, okay, all right. Let me tell you who it is then, Trevor. God bless our Trevor. You need to get him. So hang on, Trevor. I'll bear with. Hang on. Okay. Trevor's penny drop machine's got a wee bit of chewing gum stuck in it. Trevor, yes. Don't call him Clever Trevor for nothing. Do you know what I'm talking about now?
I'm just opening up this message.
Alrighty, okay, well, I thought you knew the first that. Yeah. Hey, Slash is in the house. There's cool people in here today, Trevor. Let me tell you who some of them are. Fat Vinny the Bully. I know Vinny from back in Blood TV days. Holiday Oma. That's Oma. Sexy, long legs, blonde, Florida, and wild as the wind. No Fucks is, as you've realised, that's Charlie, FJ, Father Judgment, our local KKK community leader. Master Meaty Balls is a butcher baker, but a special candlestick maker. He makes his own candles. He's his own boss. Known him for years. Super coolio. Mix of Brummy. Northern English couldn't get better than Salt of the Earth is our Mick. Flat caps and whippets and Bugatti motorbikes. Slash is 774. And there's Trevorvision shaking. Andy Collins is new. Welcome, Andy. Big Bad Victor's been very good. You've been very well behaved, Big Bad Victor. And M11D's in the house. So there you go. So Trevor's been doing a great job on co-hosting, guys. Only if you find it difficult to hear Trevor, turn my volume down and then Trevor's volume up, and you'll get to hear him fine. So let's not spend too much attention on this, Trevor. And probably, I'm not even going to use the name, but don't be taken in by our man of actually, Trevor, mate. It's all about attention.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because...
Yes, you know, well, I usually call him our man of actually.
Yeah, because that...
He likes to say actually a lot. And he's probably listening. He's more than welcome to join us on Skype if he dares. Yeah. I doubt he will. Because I'd love to hear a baptized Mormon go to war and be a bisexual and smoke and drink at the same time. I am nanoforce. And then think he can fucking dictate to me what I can do or not, a man twice his age, regardless of what I choose to use or not. Oh, I was a recovering this, that, and the other. Imagine one of the trials that you must have living with a recovering person like me. Hi, Nana, honey. How you doing? There's another old head. Nana, today's the big day, girl.
Isn't this just a sign?
Yes, it's just, I swear, any woman, listen, if any man ever came up to Nana and said, Nana, age is just a number and jail is just a cell, Nana would say, get my kids away from that fucking man as quick as possible. Who says shit like that, man, these days? I mean, why? What the fuck does that mean? Age is just a number and jail is just a cell.
Jail is just a cell. Sounds like... That to me sounds like...
Yeah.
That sounds
does that mean you go to jail for...
Age-wise, and if you get caught, it's only jail, and you get protected and...
Yeah, exactly. And I'll take the consequences. Jail's just a cell. That's what I get out of it, mate.
Or they do anyway, for some odd reason.
What the fuck? I mean, and then he actually says to Holly last night, I keep telling myself age is just a number and jail is just a cell. Well, listen, Trevor, you've probably have much more experience in this department than most people have. Jail is not just a cell, and someone who's been to jail would never just say that. It sounds like a fucking, it's like, is this some 70s Swedish socio, pedo-friendly, let's all have sex in the sauna and don't worry if little Heidi's watching. Age is just a number. Svenska flicka. Oscar, if you are listening, vad du behöver en kalkukaröven. Okay? It's just that's it. Oscar's a man of action. He speaks 14 languages, funny. Now, anyone who wants a translation of that in Swedish, I'll tell you exactly what it means. Jail is no fun. No, jail is definitely no fun. But seriously, for being so desperate, because I dare open my mouth about it and then make up stories about me asking his fantasy fiancés for nude pics, I'd like to hear the long and short and the details of that Oscar or man of action. And how a baptized Mormon can, here, this is the best of the lot, man. This one takes every fucking cookie in the tin, I swear. I contracted Asperger's by combat. Have you ever in your fucking life, Trevor? My clogs almost exploded on that one.
It's mad. Oh wait,
yeah. Nana. Joseph Fritzl's watching. Yeah. That's what he is. That's what he's probably got a cellar, that dude. Lots of fucking rotten Swedish missing girls who.
Andrew put.
Right, Trevor's got the news. Hang on, folks.
He did get them back. Let me just ask her.
Oh fuck.
What's my last message to her? Oh yes.
Bonnie's been on edge all day. Say hi to Nana. Bonnie's over here.
They let me know how it goes. I hope he doesn't get them kids back, and she wishes to put he did. Well, fuck me. That's fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah. Andrea said hey.
I can't believe that. You've gone to echoey.
You're right, Victor.
You've gone to echoey.
Right,
dull, voice-wise. Oh, that's better.
Oh, I've got my finger over my hand over the mic on the laptop. Sorry. Oh man, that's. Well, I'm actually not that shocked, and in one way I'm not, because it's the seventh time they've given back. And I wonder what hoops he's jumped through.
Through the hoops.
Or what crack whore he's paid on the way to court.
He hasn't got anyone else, has he?
Sorry, Trevor. Sorry.
Unless.
No, but if you look at that stuff, I'll show you stuff tonight that he was actually talking to some fantasy chick he thinks is 22, and he actually wanted her to say that or even come up and stay at his place, because then he would have 300% more chance of getting his kids back.
Video soon. We'll get a.
Well, can you imagine the fucking brag? I was right. 25 video. We're going to get after this. Can you imagine?
It just continues.
Yep. Hasn't dared showing his face for 6 weeks. Man, oh man. This is why, Trevor, every over the 6 years, you've seen people like Nana, people like Charlie, people like Nick, people like me, who actually just stop for a while because you can't handle it anymore. Just say, I don't want to think anymore of those kids being neglected and abused every single day. So you just stop with the whole thing. And I've done that 4 or 5 times in the 8 years I've known him now.
She literally I'm hoping she got something wrong.
Well, when he had that video up, Nana, you know, but it's Trevor, the social services. So somebody said to me not so long back, they live in Kentucky, and they said, listen, Steve, for him to be taken away, it has to be fucking horrendous in Kentucky. That's how low the standards are. So it must have been bad. But believe me, he's not the only one who bring up their kids this way, man. It's turned into an epidemic of abuse, seriously. Bubba being van, I don't believe Bubba's van 571.
There was them two
I don't believe it.
On Tiff's video showing that 2 couples had been sent to jail for their house being a shell and that, and they neglected them and put them in a room.
Yeah.
You know, the whole room thing is, I should imagine, would have been similar to his.
Nana, I don't know. It's once again, this is just another example. Listen, it's not. I'm shocked, of course, in one way, but I'm surprised. No, there were people in here, like Victor said from the get-go, he'll get them back probably, because I mean, can you imagine the trauma now? What's going to happen to those wee girls again? This is what happened the last time. First, he used to say that foster parents spoiled his children, overfeeding them, cuddling too much. Then it morphed into they sexually abused my kids because they're waking up in the night screaming. And I was, what? Can you prove that, Mr. L? No, they're fucking screaming because they're waking up back in the hellhole they got rescued from. Can you imagine? They have now, once again, we dangle of real life, what it's really like out there in the real world. And now we're going to bring you back to the fucking smelly, shitty hellhole we got you from. Can you imagine how fucking traumatic that must be, man? those kids are never going to be able to have relationships.
The other thing is as well now, Steve.
It's unbelievable.
Is that he's now going to think that he's invincible, that he can treat the kids like shit, because if it happens again, he can definitely get them back. That's going to be his way of thinking. That's
Well, that's what he did from the get-go anyway, Trevor.
Each time he gets them back, it's obviously even more boost to him that, you know...
Yeah, and that's what it's been. It's just now,
Yeah.
Trevor, it's just a waiting game, mate, till this happens again. And every time it happens, it just gets worse and worse now. It's not going to end well, mate. It's not. I know you would, 643. That's why you type in green font, block letters, and you're the absolute retard of the family today. Congratulations, 643. You're the first one to be that fucking idiot.
Go drop them off.
We'll tell you what, 643, why don't you save up ticket for your little kids all over the place and send them over to vonhelton foster care child specialist in Kentucky for about a month and see. But nah, you don't have kids, otherwise you'd never say something.
It's basically, I think it's just.
No, but seriously, man, it's
really
just.
The hardest.
But Trevor, can you imagine? I remember, every child has a moment in their life when they realise at one point, whether it's a very profound traumatic moment or whether it's a wonderful moment of serendipity, but every person has in their life a moment when at that point they realise, I'm really on my own here. Help's not coming. I'm really out on my own here. And every person has that on their life. Maybe it's when your mom and dad die. Some people, that's when it is. Other people, it's much earlier. With me, I was a young child at that time. But can you imagine again, because those kids were meant to be thriving, man, doing so wonderfully well in where they were at the moment, and being taken back to that fucking, because they know it's just a countdown before they get infested with lice and bed bugs and whatever else they had, and underfed once again, and absolute feral children. They will be creative. They'll be very, very, self-sufficient in one way, but they will be absolutely inept and completely unable to make meaningful and any form of lasting relationships. Probably, tortured by leavings anxiety. Borderline, the first thing I think is borderline personality disorder. This is what you need to do to kids to make them as fucked up borderliners as possible. And everything that, you need to do to a child to either create borderline or sociopathy or psychopath. He's ticked the fucking box, man. He is a monster. That's when I say that, I don't say that lightly. Vaughn and Bubba Ganoush are great, wholesome, proper people. The cream of the crop and the salt, and they rise to the top, 643. Yes, we can definitely judge you. You are a wonderful judge of character. I'm sure every jury would love to have you as a foreman. Nate the Great, well, he actually is good. I think Nate's pretty cool. Although I freaked him out one day when I did my movie stuff. Nate's the gay dude from Born Life. I have a funny feeling you've got latent subliminal gay intentions with me, 643. Could I possibly be wrong? Even Bonnie's thinking that way, aren't you, Bonnie? Bonnie says, must I prick my ears, Steve?
Did you ask your friend to bump it so it'll go to the
Anyway, guys, mind fucking blowing.
Oh, Aiden. Oh, sorry, I was just talking.
Sorry, Trevor, man.
Someone's selling a doll online for a lot cheaper than it is.
No problem.
Yeah, ask him to tag me in it, because I'm in there, aren't I?
Scruffy's a loser, mate. It's like, listen, pay attention to what I'm going to say. When people say stuff with a prefix like this, I'm going to be really truthful, or I'm being really honest when I say this, or I really mean this. The chances are they really aren't. And Miss Scruffy is one of these people who needs to constantly remind you that she's a Christian, because her behavior and lifestyle really emulates everything but the Christ-like lifestyle. So when people have to tell you that I'm Christian, normally means that they even feel that they're fucking not. But when they tell you they're a baptized bisexual war hero Mormon, you really fucking need to prick up your ears, yeah. Actually. They usually are. 643. There was the story of a Mormon lady in the United Kingdom. Nana Force can probably remember this. Nana, do you remember the case of the horny Mormon American chick in the UK who kidnapped this dude and had sex, raped him? It was the first ever British male rape case. I swear, you remember that? No, it was back in the day, but it certainly made the headlines. That one got past you. Oh, I bet you if I Google, I'll find it. I think they ended up getting married. She ended up getting married to her victim when she could come back to the United Kingdom in 20 years. Yeah. But you don't have to tell me that the more repressive the religion. I mean, go to West Ireland, man, and you get a Catholic girl there, and she either does or she either doesn't. But if she does, boy, oh boy, she really does. No. Just Google American Mormon kidnaps man. Yeah, bisex, isn't that an oxymoron? And a baptized Mormon, Nana. A baptized Mormon who's been to war. I've never heard of Mormons going to war before. Oh my. A bisexual Mormon, yeah. An admitted open, one that smokes and likes to tell reforming heroin addicts what they should do and not do. Likes to make up stories about nude pics too. The craziest sex story I've ever heard. I've got quite a few, 643. Mormons love sex, man. You guys have seen Mormons come to my house. We still have Mormons regularly. They just are, the only thing the kids think of when they're here is getting back because they're the most eligible bachelors. They'll get a free scholarship to Brigham Young University and they can have sex. Remember one afternoon we said, well guys, say goodbye, we're going to go and have our afternoon siesta. And the one guy said, oh, I can't wait to have a wife. I can just go to bed in the afternoon and have sex with her. But you know, one thing. Yeah, 3 or 5 wives.
It's only 17 minutes ago.
But like I say, these are a remarkable example of Mormonism.
Fuck, you know.
Would Vaughn do porn for the right price? Of course he fucking would, man. It would be micro-peen porn, but he would do it. He would do it. If that's really his dick on Encyclopedia Dramatica, bet your ass on it, he'd do it. Vaughn likes talking sex to any 22-year-old. Just make yourself an account and pretend you are one and find out yourself.
Someone for...
They're sad. They're sad. They throw people out of families too. No. They do the usual disconnection shit. Any cult does. It's like I said, there's, my thesis when I got my degree in theology was in cults. I ended up keeping like 3 of the top ex-Scientologists on the planet. Marty Rathbun, one of my friends was on CNN last week. It was about how many times Tori and I have been on CNN? Tons of times. But they're all ex-Scientologists. And Mormonism's the same. The first thing is critical thinking. You're not allowed to think critically. You're not allowed to think for yourself. And it's, for our eternal family's sake. I mean, they still believe in the third heaven because people like Trevor and me go to the lowest form of heaven.
Worst type of
Tori Christman, yeah. You only get to the really top heaven in Mormonism when you have more wives. That's the celestial. That's the very top heaven. And you're only allowed to get there and you can have your little planet and be your own god and have the other middle heaven is where Mormon men go, but they're celestially castrated, so they can't really have their eternal families. So it's one of the weirdest religions. I know so much about Mormonism, man. It's not funny. They know that about me. But like I said, the first thing you need to do the next time you ever get a Mormon on your door is ask them, can you tell me why Joseph Smith was in Carthage prison? And he ended up being killed in Carthage prison, but ask them why he was in Carthage prison. And then ask them, who do you think smuggled the little muff pistol into Joseph Smith? They'll never fucking come back.
What, he killed?
Yeah, it was an absolute charlotte.
What, he killed?
He had 32 wives, Nana. 32 wives, little girls. He would send their husbands off on missions.
So he killed the people in jail? Secret. Steve.
He was in jail, and a gang of angry protesters who had painted their faces like red Indians stampeded the jail. He had actually got wine and pistols smuggled into him, and he shot a couple of people through the door, which they'll never tell you. They'll never. I mean, if they find out that you know that, they'll like literally drain pale at your front door, man. If you tell them that you know about Joseph Smith getting a pistol smuggled into him, and you probably tell them something that the church sends them here, and they don't know about it. That's the bit that I've sent. I mean, I've been invited to Mormon weddings. I've been invited to stay in Salt Lake City, Bonnie. The people I've maintained relationships afterwards, but Joseph Smith was an absolute child. I could tell you stories about Joseph Smith before he met Jesus and God in a little forest upstate New York. When he used to be a seer, he would put a seeing stone in a hat and charge people money for finding treasure that never existed on their property. Mm-hmm. And he bought some mummies off a traveling Irish trader and a piece of papyrus, and he invented this language called reformed Egyptian that never existed. And 20 years before this, Champollion had discovered the Rosetta Stone, and they had actually discovered the meaning for the first time in 2,000 years. Cookie, we know it's dinner time. We know it's dinner time. Yeah, dinner time's been, and it'll be. It's too early for dinner number 2. No, dinner number 2's not happening, kid.
Yeah, I'll
Really,
definitely
it's
be
not
asking
happening.
the Mormons if they do knock on the
No.
door about that again.
Stealing the connection.
When
At least you
you
said something fucking funny for a change. That wasn't about paedophilia and me.
Wait there.
Good one there. You're 28. Keep it up that way and you might stay for a while. No, but seriously, a baptized Mormon actually. But Trevor, never worry. Age is
Jail's
just a number.
just a cell.
And jail is just the cell. This is cell. Yeah. Guys, I think it's time for Stevie to say yeah. It's time to say goodbye, I believe, Bonnie, yeah? Yes. Do you hear your telephone ringing, Bonnie? I don't. Yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been Trevor. Thank you for being my
That's right, mate.
super co-host, mate.
That's right. You off now, are you?
We'll do it again.
You off
Without a
now, are
doubt.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm off. I'm going to make dinner with Bonnie, man. I'm gonna,
Stand by for that gloat video.
Listen. Yeah, stand by for gloat video, you're right. It's going to happen.
Just want to pick up on
Thank you
something
very
else.
much. Yeah.
Want to pick up on something else before you go
Indeed.
off. Do you reckon he's now going to actually get help because of Jerry has been diagnosed? So I wonder if he'll have help come round,
Yeah.
or they'll put him in the right school and stuff.
No, but I reckon you're right, man. It's only a question of time. It probably will be before the night's out that we're going to get one of these. I was right. I've won again. I need to be in the Guinness Book of
Yeah,
Records.
there's got to be some conditions to it, but it's still ridiculous.
Oh, it's unbelievable. But
It still is ridiculous. Right. Anyways,
Trevor, I can
I'm
hardly
sorry, mate.
hear you,
Yeah, I'm
Bonnie.
pretty sure. Yeah.
Well, listen, thank you anyway. Hey, what are you doing now?
I got the mic close to my mouth.
Yeah.
I got the mic closer
hear
to
you.
my mouth.
That makes a big difference. Well, listen, if I get back on, I'll give you a hit in Skype first, and I'd like to call you after dinner and just find out what the long and short
Okay,
is
mate.
about from Andrea,
No
if
problem.
you get to hear.
No problemo. No, thank you.
Thank you so much, Trevor. It's been my pleasure. So it's feed that poor kitty. That kitty's had. Hey, first she was giving him my look. She's doing it again, man. Oh, you naughty bunny. She was giving Rexy my 500, my what's called the Shinken Nana, and now Cookie's been getting the beef steak. Oh, ground beef mince. Nice one, Bonnie. Spoil them, why won't you? Why don't you? Hey? So it's good night for Bonnie, is it? It's good night for me too.
All the best.
Yep, Bonnie says all the best. There she is over there. Yeah, see you tomorrow, and we might even think about looking at a episode of Prison Break, Bonnie, eh?
Oh, yes.
Who knows? Yeah. Okay, good night, Nana. Have a good one. And Trevor's been brilliant. Super cool, man. Charlie, Oma, Trevor, Andy Collins, Mr. 11 D. Been super cool. Talk to you guys soon. Been really cool. Just a wonderful afternoon. Yes, guys. Bye.